Okay. No, it's been a little while, but it has happened this year. Yeah. Okay. Matrices. Okay. A matrix. This matrix right here is a 2 by 3 matrix. Okay. A 2 by 3 matrix, which means there's 2 rows and 3 columns. 2 rows, 3 columns. Okay. A12 says, what is the number in the first row, second column? Well, that would simply be 11 is the number in the first row, second column. A12. Okay. On this one, A32 would say, what is the number in the third row, second column? Is there a third row? No. So the matrix element does not exist. Okay. All right. Adding matrices. Here we have a 2 by 2 matrix and a 2 by 2 matrix. When you add matrices, you just add their corresponding position. 5 plus 6 is 11. 4 plus 9 is 13. 6 plus 4 is 10. 3 plus 0 is 3. When you subtract their corresponding position. So we'd have -1, -5, 2, and 3. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Adding, subtracting, you can handle that. -3a is taking a scalar multiple. That's what it's called, a scalar multiple times each number in the matrix. So you take -3 times each of those numbers. -3 times 5 is -15. -3 times 4 is -12, -18, and -9. Because you're taking -3 times everything in the A. Here in D, you take 2 times that one, 4 times that one, and whatever you get from those two, you add them together. Okay? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. Same with this one. So we shouldn't have to go through those too much. Where it gets confusing, matrices get confusing, is matrix multiplication. Okay? So A times B, it's a 2 by 2 matrix, and you're multiplying it by a 2 by 2 matrix. To multiply matrices, okay, you have to have the same inners. You have to have the same inners, okay, because what you do is take the rows of the first times the columns of the second, okay? The rows of the first times the columns of the second. Columns of the second, okay? So, what you do to find AB, the first element, is you take 6 times -3, which is -18, and add that to 3 times 8, which is 24. The first row in this, first column of this. Then, to get the second element up here, you take the first row of this times the second column of this. 6 times -8, 6 times 8 is 48. 3 times -9 is -27. Then to get the bottom row, first row, or bottom row, first column. So it's -6 plus 72. So this row, this column, -72. -6 minus 72. And then bottom row, second column. So it'd be 16 plus 81. And then when you add them together, you get your final matrix, which is 6. 47 minus 21 is 20. 27 is 21. -6 minus 72 is -78. 16 plus 81 is 97. Okay? B times A, then what you do is just put them in the order of -3, 8, 8, -9, and 6, 3, 2, -9, and just take this row times this column. and then this row times this column, and so on. Same type of thing. Okay, shouldn't have to go through every one of those. Okay, now this is a 3 by 2 matrix, 3 rows, 2 columns, and we're taking that times a 2 by 3 matrix. Are these the same? Yep. So what happens is in the end, we're going to get the dimensions of the outside, a 3 by 3 matrix in the end. Okay. First row, first column, we get 25 plus 9. First row, second column, we get 10 plus 15. First row, third column, we get 5 plus 12. Second row, first column, 15 minus 6. Second row, second column, 6 minus 10. Third row, third column, and so on. Okay? You get the gist, right? Now, when we switch these around, take them B times A is a 2 by 3 times a 3 by 2. The 3's match, okay, so you can multiply them together, and in the end, we're going to get a 2 by 2 because we're going to take this whole row times this whole column. So 25 plus 6 plus negative 5. Okay, and so on. So you're going to get 2 rows, 2 columns in your answer. Okay, in this one, we have a 1 by 3 times a 3 by 1. Okay, so when you multiply these, in the end, you're going to get a 1 by 1. What's a 1 by 1? Well, it's 1 row, 1 column, because the answer is just going to be what it is. Negative 12 plus negative 20 plus 2. Negative 32 plus 2 is 30. And that's just what it is. A 1 by 1 matrix, a 1 number in there. But if we turn them around and do B times A, it's a 3 by 1 times a 1 by 3. And so you're going to get a 3 by 3 matrix. So first row, first column, negative 12. First row, second column, 20. First row, third column, negative 8. Second row, first column, 12. And then negative 20. And then 8. And then 3, negative 5, 2. Okay? So whatever the outsides are, that's what you're going to get as long as the insides match. Okay? This one, a 1 by 3 times a 3 by 3. In the end, you're going to get a 1 by 3. 1 row, 3 columns. First row, first column. First row, second column. First row, third column. But when you turn it around to do the B times A, a 3 times 3 times a 1 by 3, since these two don't match, 3 and 1, the matrix is not defined. Okay? The middle numbers, when you multiply them, have to match. So you put them in the order of this, 3 by 3, 1 by 3, and if the middle numbers do not match, you can't multiply them. Okay? So more matrix multiplication. So 9 problems, but the matrix multiplication tends to take a little while. So that's why I whiz through it pretty quick. So you have about a half hour to work on it. So I will put that out there. Matrix multiplication. Let's get rolling.